Awesome August, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Thor of Thor News, here to bring you an announcement. Just as I was trying to finish up a video on amazingly active giant solar spot, sunspot, AR2665, this was the 28th, the sunspot that has let out 2 Carrington-class coronal mass ejections, which would have fried Earth, asterisk, is now spinning back towards Earth. Man, look at that. So trying to finish that and doing a video other than weather really felt like a vacation. But no, here we go. Each time I get out, they pull me right back in. This is from Tom Woods, Real Sullivan, WX. There's another swirly thunderstorm complex in the Gulf of Mexico, which might just be named by supper time. And remember, I took the Thor News Weird Weather Watch up to the highest levels, and I even added levels to it that weren't there before, because we are now 3 weeks away from the August eclipse, and there are 2 eclipses this month, and things are just really weird overall in general. But look at the size of these clouds and look at how fast they are growing. And I want to tell you a personal story. I was hanging out with friends the other night, and when I drove home at like 3, 4 in the morning, I saw lightning, green lightning, in the sky, and it was gorgeous. And the clouds looked giant. And the thing was, I checked my phone app to see what clouds were near me, and the nearest clouds to me were about 250 miles away in the Gulf of Mexico. So there has been like a cloud body in the Gulf of Mexico that's just been massive for a while. All right, now that I've lit my cigarette up, people are like, you should quit smoking. I'm like, yeah, well, it's like the world is it feels like it's falling apart at the seams every single day. So when I feel like we have a future, I will possibly give up quitting smoking. But for the moment, cigarettes are my girlfriend, so deal with it. Cranky Weather Guy, one of the absolute best weathermen on the planet, said circulation looks good. Oh, wrong one. What the hell? He just... Let's go back to me. Sorry. This is why live is. There are mistakes made. Mistakes are made, man. Anyways, now I'm talking about the same one I am. Okay. Yeah. That's what we got going on in the Gulf. Let's see. So let's loop to loop this baby. And so this is infrared, like it's not the actual clouds, but you can see the activity going on, and that's what we're talking about right there. The Gulf of Mexico, that little blob that's just kind of growing what seems like from the core. Also, look at that. People are like, Tropical Storm Emily wasn't that big a deal. Well, actually, look at that. That's Tropical Storm Emily in my mind right there. You know, like it is like 3,000 miles long with an eyeball in the middle of the tail. So, yeah. Some guy said, Tropical Storm Emily is easily forgettable. And I was like, dude, that is Tropical Storm Emily right there. You know, like, if you want to easily forget that thing, and this is what I nicknamed 3 years ago the I have Sauron mean sea level pressure point. So, sure, yeah, it didn't blow Florida away. But remember when I gave the catastrophic warning for Florida, it was over a 7 to 10 day span of total rainfall. Sometimes, like the simplest points, or maybe it's my fault for not communicating them clearly, but I wasn't saying that Tropical Storm Emily was going to be catastrophic. What I'm saying is that I fear the rainfall total rates over the next 10 days, 7 days in Florida is going to be really, 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 really bad. And so you can doubt me. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we will check back on the rainfall rates in about a week and see how those are. So, okay, but what I'm talking about here is the Gulf. Like we got this weird little bendy thing, and still that's tropical. The eye of Emily there. She's a binary system connected to the eye at the top. All right. Crap. Mistakes were made. It's total cloud water. We're just checking out moisture in the Gulf. Right now it's not a ton. But that is the system we were watching, and look at the... It's almost like the path of the eclipse right there. And I imagine the rainfall rate or the rainfall patterns are going to look a lot like the eclipse every day we get closer to the eclipse, by the way. Yeah, look at the... So that's wild. So it's all semantics. It's how you define things. Like, to me, this whole thing is Emily. And that's why we're watching, because this strip keeps hooking up with the equator. All right. We're moving to now. Okay, this is windy. We're not going to do that yet. And here's another thing I was talking about yesterday on Twitter. I like Twitter because it allows me to make mistakes and act human. Okay. So this is moisture and water vapor. And so as you can see, the brownie brown is a lot of moisture and water vapor. So even though the wind shear, which is coming from west to east, is tearing up anything that might be a hurricane coming off of Africa, moisture is still making it over. And the last wave that came off Africa is giant. But the wind shear's been tearing it up. So I'm saying we do have a ton of, look at that. We do have a ton of moisture in the Gulf of Mexico. And most of the coastal states are already got a lot of saturated moisture. And so here, this is actual rainfall right now. So you can see we got that one band dipping down into Texas. Even Southern California is getting some rain. See, Florida's still getting, it's going to be a consistent rainfall. And then here's our little areas growing moisture in the tropics. So we are keeping an eye out. As you can see right there, she's firing up. And that's what they're talking about. And nobody predicted it. And so it's like, the thing about Emily, you know, the two reasons I listed that we should keep an eye on it is because, man, it just kind of grew out of nowhere when they said it wasn't going to develop. Well, this storm popped up, and they're saying it could be tropical storm by supper time. Now, let's go over here. Let me check. What fuels? What is hurricane fuel, people? It is hot water in the ocean. So that water looks pretty freaking hot. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past. I would say it could become a hurricane. I wouldn't say the chances are 100% or even 80% or 70%, but I would definitely put them at 50%. You know, this is water vapor here. So yeah, look at that thing. Boom. All it's got to do is grow. Oh, it does seem like there's some wind coming down. What it's got to do is grow and then spin up. Hot water is hurricane fuel. And so I would say, yeah, there's definitely a chance this could be a hurricane before it makes some type of landfall. And where are we going now? I got a bunch of goodies up for you. Let's go ahead and loop that thing. Why aren't you looping? Loop de loop. How are you guys doing today? Man, I'm doing fantastic. The moon has just gone into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius energy is fun, exciting, energetic, adventurous. So yeah, there's this kind of situation we're watching, and you can see, and these things pop up. It's a pulse. It's definitely a pulse. So you can see that system, which the cranky weather guy kind of said, it's not really, it's more defined as a wave, an atmospheric wave, I think, or maybe I made it up. Okay, so yeah, definitely got stuff growing here. Just thought of something geniusy to look at, but I can't think of it right now. Oh yeah, let's look at the next lab, because it always shows. We go to here, and why aren't you looping? You should be looping. You should be totally looping. Okay. So here's the situation. We'll watch it big first. Yeah, so I mean, look at that. It's like what I call the dragon spine, the mountain range. And I think the Earth adapts, kind of like when we sweat, when we get hot, the Earth rains when the core gets too hot. And the solar activity, you know, people say you shouldn't tell people that solar activity goes through the top and bottom of the planet and then heats up the core and then the core grows the planet, because that's not true. And yeah, it is, dude. I mean, you don't have to agree with me, but that is my theory and I stand by it. And if you've been watching the processes again and again, it seems pretty clear that that's the case. And so the more active the sun is, even though it's solar minimum, the sun is super active, the more earthquake activity we're going to see, because of the core is growing and putting out more magma and putting out more petroleum. Oh, you're going to tell me, oh no, it's fossil fuels. Really, have you ever found a dinosaur bone in your oil, buddy? No. I mean, you don't even understand capitalism. Go back and read Sun Tzu when he says deception is the key to the art of war. Pico out my ass. This core of Earth puts out more oil every day. Anyway, I shouldn't talk about that. It gets me in a lot of trouble. Okay, so yeah, we got this thing growing right there. So yeah, this is definitely an area I will keep an eye on, even though I'm very excited about getting to make a couple sun videos and space videos, anything other than weather. But no, watch how it's getting really dark at the end. Boom, right there. So, it seems to be going down. Who knows? We're going to keep our eye on this for sure. Where are you at? Shit. Alright, here we go. We're going to pick an enhancement. Go for rainbow, because it's good for the tropics. And here's your scary state. I'm talking about to me, the pink is like the pulse of Earth. Here, so pulse goes from pulses in Africa, and then it pulses down in the dragon spine. And you can see after the pulses when the pulse, wetness, pulse, wetness, pulse, wetness, pulse, moisture. And then look at the, what is it? Like Taiwan's been hit by 2 cyclones and typhoons, and Japan's about to get hit by another one. And I would put the estimate of people displaced from their homes in Asia right now at over 20 million easily. Even though the media's not talking about it, everybody's so obsessed with politics right now because that's what they want you to do. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is the state and the condition of your weather and your atmosphere and your, so it's pretty crazy, and that's why you're on freaking high alert, people. You can call me a fearmonger if you want, but the weather keeps getting worse and weirder, and it's pretty much factual data. I make predictions at times that aren't accurate, but overall, I mean, I predicted that 2 hurricanes might possibly hit the United States in July. I was wrong. Forgot about the shear stuff that doesn't change until September, but then 2 hurricanes or typhoons hit Taiwan, so, and then we had 2 binary hurricanes. So what my mind was kind of seeing was there. I just got the location wrong. I apologize and keep mentioning it because I make mistakes, but my heart is pure. I'm here to help. It's weird because this is all the moisture coming up, and if it wasn't for whatever magnetic anomaly up in the North Pole pulling most of the moisture up, then America would be in a much worse rainfall situation than it is now. Man, I'm just talking and talking. I could talk to you forever. You're like my girlfriend. Yeah, let's go back to this. So this is what we're watching. We don't know what it's going to do, but yeah, the situation's pretty scary. And, so there you go. I'm just letting you know. That's it, man. Like, literally. I do weather because I feel like it's necessary. But weather videos aren't fun to me. They drain me and make me sad. And then once I finish them and I put them out, and then I know that, like, Google stomps on them, and then it doesn't change anything, I get extra sad. So, anywho, I'm saying, there you go. Keeping everybody updated, even though this was long and rambly. But hey, that's my middle name. Alright, peace out. Keep you guys updated. I finished that sunspot video now. Or I'm trying to. Peace out.